Hello friends, welcome you in my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mohammad Sirajul Faizi. Today in this video, I am going to talk about chemical composition of water bodies. So you know the chemical and compositions. You know about the compositions of water bodies. So carefully read the syllabus, then you will enjoy this chapter, which is Unit 2, Hydrosphere. You know, water is an important part of our environment. All the living creatures depends upon water in one way or the other. But there are instances that civilizations have disappeared due to shortage of water or due to waterborne disease. You know, today water has become essential a commodity for the development of industries and agriculture. The quality of water is now the concern of scientists in all countries of the world. The earth is the only place that we know of where water exists in liquid form in any appreciable quantity. Liquid water covers nearly 3/4 of the Earth's surface, and during the winter, snow and ice cover a good deal of rest. Not only is water essential for cell structure and metabolism, but water's unique physical and chemical properties directly affect the Earth's surface, temperatures, and its atmosphere, and interactions of life forms with their environments. So friends, as has been pointed out, only 3% of world total water supply is fresh water. The rest is seawater. Much of the world's fresh water exists as glaciers and polar ice, sources that are largely unavailable for human use. The exception is the Inuit, who cuts ice from a coastal iceberg and carts it home by snowmobile to be melted for drinking water. Similarly, much of groundwater is locked away in deep rock formations, out of reach of environmental or conventional human technology. Although it makes up only a tiny fraction of world's water, the plenary supply of accessible fresh water is more than enough to sustain the growing world populations. The distribution of water often is described in terms of interacting compartments in which water resides, sometimes briefly and sometimes for eons. The length of time water typically stays in a compartment is its residence time. On average, a water molecule stays in the ocean for about 3000 years, for example, before it evaporates and starts through the hydrological cycle. Again, nearly all the world water is in the oceans. Oceans play a crucial role in moderating an Earth's atmosphere. Over 90% of the world living biomass is contained in the oceans. What we mainly need through is fresh water. Of the 2.5% that is fresh, most is locked up in the glacier or in groundwater. Amazingly, only about 0.1% of world water is in a form accessible to us and to other organisms that rely on fresh water. Water resources are broadly classified into two groups: external water resources and internal water resources. This group include water resources existing outside the lithosphere, ocean, sea, and bays. Nearly all the world's water is in the oceans. Oceans play a crucial role in moderating the Earth's atmosphere, and over 90% of the world living biomass is contained in the oceans. Sea and atmosphere affect each other. Internal water resources in this group, river, lakes, groundwater are included. these sources are present in the lithosphere. So friends, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.